Southgate, don't you?
Well, I think that was the most exciting England match I've watched in many, many a month. And
really?
I think since Pat
so
Southgate...
you're not going to give him some credit?
Yes, because I'm a very fair person, right? If somebody does something...
You've hammered him ever since he was
Well, of course
appointed.
I have, because every single game that he has stewarded so far has been an absolute ball fest. It's been a complete and utter situation which was lacking in any kind of intensity, lacking in any kind of style, lacking in any panache. These young guys that went out today, I'm glad that all of these major Premier League stars pulled out. Because, I've got a theory about why this team played better than any other team under Gareth Southgate. Because the other sort of prima donna types don't want to take orders from Gareth Southgate. They don't respect him. They don't think he's done anything.
Well, could be.
They don't think he's done enough.
He's not old enough either.
He's not old enough, and he's not smart enough. And
Jersey medals.
He's not foreign enough. They play for people like Pep Guardiola and Mauricio Pochettino and Antonio Conte. What are we doing taking orders from this Wally sitting over here? Whereas the young guys played more like a team. They played like an attacking force. They played like they knew the system. I thought it was very exciting.
So you think it's a dawn of a new era?
I think you should stick with this team, and I think you should tell the rest of them who didn't want to play in this team to get lost.
6 people pulled out. 6 players pulled out 3 days ago. For various reasons, injuries, commitments, that kind of stuff. So he puts these new lads together, and he did say this morning, in fairness to him, I hope they all realise it's an opportunity to force their way into the squad for Moscow.
Absolutely right.
And by the way, you said that Henry Winter's coming on the show, which is a bit late. Always great to have Henry Winter on.
He's a great sage, isn't he?
The doyen of the writing pack.
Fleet Street
writing pack. And he has...
Well, he's sort of head and shoulders above the pack, isn't he?
Head and shoulders above the pack, and he has nominated Ruben Loftus-Cheek as the man of the match.
Well, indeed.
Already.
Yeah, well, I mean, look at the names in there.
My man of the match?
Kieran Trippier, you'll probably say it was an Everton player, wouldn't
Jason Pickford.
Yeah, what a surprise.
Man of the match. Well, I mean, they could have gone... England could have been 2-0 down early on without Jason Pickford's genius and brilliance. Okay?
Yeah, I know. You said Jason Pickford, didn't you?
No.
Yes, you did.
No, I don't.
Do you want me to play it back to you?
No.
You just said Jason Pickford.
No. Don't be ridiculous.
You just said Jason Pickford.
I did not say that.
All right, we'll play it back.
No, you don't need to play it back.
Would you just admit you made a mistake?
Listen, in the heat of the moment, in the heat of battle, these things sometimes happen,
absolutely.
Okay?
Yeah, don't worry. Listen, yes, he did have a good game, but I also thought that Loftus-Cheek had a great game as well. I thought Jamie Vardy, straight away, the first ball that goes over the top of the German defence, Jamie Vardy's onto it. England could have scored a goal in the first kind of 5 minutes of the game.
They certainly could have done.
Now, I can't remember the last time England were looking like a dangerous attacking force under Gareth Southgate.
Yes.
And I have to ask the question. I'm going to give Gareth Southgate the credit, but most of the credit I think should go to these young players because without the senior players dropping out, I don't think he would have played most of them. Do you?
Well, I don't think he would have done. But having said that, he made it absolutely clear that he was going to give these players a terrific opportunity tonight. And even when he had to go around substituting earlier on than he wanted to, he was still bunging on. Debutants like the lad from Liverpool.
Well, Jack Cork came on, Joe Gomez came on, Carl Walker came on.
That's right.
And of course Jesse Lingard came on. Jesse Lingard could have scored the winning goal.
He could have done.
Right near the last kick of the game.
Last kick of the game it would have been, and that would have been a fantastic finale, but it wasn't to be.
Because let's not forget, many of the games that have been played before, and people say this about international football, and some I'm sure will say it tonight. By the way, would you like to give out the non-mangle mouth number?
Definitely.
So that people can ring us up, because you've got a load of calls already.
We certainly have. We'd like to hear from you. You might have a view on the match. You might want to tell us who your man of the match is. There are 3 contenders so far. Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Henry Winter, who's coming on the show a bit later, has already nominated him. Trippier had a fantastic game, without a shadow of a doubt.
Kieran Trippier.
Yeah, Kieran Trippier, thank you very much indeed. And Jordan Pickford, in my view, because he saved the team early on twice when the nerves still hadn't settled.
But what about Phil Jones? He stuck his head in the way. He's amazing, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely.
The guy is one of those... He's like the... do you remember that scene in the Monty Python film, The Black Knight? Where they chop his legs off and they chop his arms off. He's still there. Go, come on then. Come at me then.
That's right,
That's Phil Jones, isn't it?
Yeah, Phil Jones.
He could literally have one leg hanging off.
It was a bit...
blood spurting out of his left eye.
Next time
still be playing.
Next time I do Porky Vision, I'll tell you about episode 3 of Bonfire, because it was a bit like that in episode 3. Fireworks, was it called?
Fireworks.
What was it called?
Gunpowder.
Gunpowder, that's it, yeah, the one. And, when they eventually found old Guido, they weren't nice to him.
No, but we've already been through that. I don't want any more torture on this show.
I'm
sick to death of it. What
Anyway.
I do want to talk about, and I do want to do this later on as well, is the Porky Jinx that's hit poor old Lembit Opik. We were in here last night doing a show on Talk Radio, right? Lembit Opik has been kicked out of his own house by his new girlfriend and the mother of his 5-month-old child, who happens to be a Bulgarian woman, right?
Yeah.
Because suddenly you decided you wanted to come on the radio.
No.
The Porky Jinx has hit poor old Lembit Opik.
Now, the thing
He's
is...
out on his backside because apparently he spent the night with the ex-Mrs. George Best.
Yeah, Alex.
Yeah.
Alex Best.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, this is all getting a bit local for me.
We don't want to get into this yet.
Well, I mean, we're going to have to talk about it at some stage, because I've already got to say, excuse me, I'm going to say that, I am not responsible for anything that happened to poor old Lembit in his private life. That had already happened before he arrived here last night.
No, that's not true.
No, it had.
Yeah, but the business had happened, but her kicking him out and telling the world only happened after you booked him to come on the radio show. But we'll come back to that, because let's not forget, some of the teams that England have played in the qualifying for the World Cup, which of course they've now qualified for, have been dull, have been encouraging England perhaps to sit back, have been encouraging England not to be, for some reason, in any way. I mean, like the game against Lithuania, nobody could work out why Gareth Southgate wasn't playing a more attacking formation. Yes. But these are the world champions, right? Yeah. And England were running at them.
Right, they weren't trying that hard.
Well, you say they weren't trying hard.
They don't try hard in friendlies. No team tries hard in friendlies.
That's rubbish.
No, they're not going to break a leg, are they? They're not going to break a leg if they're a £100 million footballer.
That is not the point.
In a friendly. The point is, the German FA get £3 million quid for turning up.
I don't know if you saw the first 10 minutes of the game, but there was an incident with Jason Pickford. You got me saying it now. Jordan Pickford came out. And clattered into the German player.
Clattered.
You know, and there was no pulling out of that particular tackle.
No, there certainly wasn't.
So you're wrong to say that. But what I'm saying is that this team actually ran at Germany. They looked like they understood what passing the ball forward meant.
I totally agree.
There was encouraging game.
There was a greater absence of the sideways pass, the backward pass, the to you, to me, and to you again pass, which I hate because it so slows down a game. Now, you didn't even give me the chance to put out the number, so I'm going to give you...
You've already done it once.
I haven't done it once.
Are you saying you haven't put out the number?
I have not put out the number.
Do you mind if we want to play that back as well?
No, I haven't done the number yet.
You've already done the number?
No, I haven't. I haven't done the non-mangled mouth version of the number, right? Because you've got it interrupted me again.
Yeah, you've done it.
So the number is 08717
Yes.
22
yes.
33 44. We want to hear from you here at TalkSport, please. 3 nominees so far for man of the match: Ruben Loftus-Cheek,
Jason Pickford,
and Kieran Trippier. Okay,
that's it.
And Jason Loftus-Cheek. I mean, the amazing thing is he's one of 2 players.
Let's call him all Jason.
Jason Loftus-Cheek.
What?
But I said Jason Loftus... No, I didn't. What am I going on?
Jason Loftus-Cheek.
No, hang on. Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
He's not called Jason.
Just shut up and stop interfering. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, right, was one of 2 England players tonight who was playing for England, but is not playing for the team that owns him.
No.
You know what I mean?
Well, he plays for a team with whom he's on loan.
Crystal Palace.
We'll get back to that later on.
The other guy plays Swansea.
Yeah, anybody called Jason is obviously going to get on first. If you call Jason, give us a call. 08717 22 3344.
If you call Ruben, gives us a call.
The 2 nights coming up a little bit later, winners and losers, and you can bet your bottom dollar that there'll be some England players figuring in there. Also, of course, we might be talking about the Italy-Sweden game as well. Mark Donaldson's going to come on. Henry Winter's going to be here. We've got loads to do. We've got to take loads of your calls as well. A couple of tweets here from Ben. So, first of all, who's fired up. He says, I've just tried to order a Jason Loftus-Cheek shirt for Christmas for my lad. But I've never heard of him for some reason.
No, that's absolutely right. Yeah. Let's get it right, shall we, before we get into ordering the shirts. It's Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Yeah. It's Jordan Pickford.
Exactly.
It's Kieran Trippier.
Well said.
Leroy Sané.
Yeah, all right, don't go down the whole list. Tom says, has Porky been gargling with Baileys again? Jason Loftus-Cheek is a Mike Parry classic. Got to be clips of the month already. We won clips of the month earlier on. We're going to play that one out, which is very kind that all of you voted for us. But let's go to the phones and talk to Paul, who's an Everton fan. Paul, a very good evening to you.
Good evening to you 2 guys. It's a hilarious show so far. Thank you.
Oh, you're all right there, Paul?
Inadvertently hilarious, I think you might say.
I've had a couple of glasses of wine and everything's good.
That's excellent.
Quick points, please.
Go on.
England played really well. Lots of youngsters. It was refreshing to see a bit of a change.
Yes.
And the other one simple point I want to make, every England team has had a great goalkeeper. Jordan Pickford, not Jason.
Jordan Pickford. Jordan, you're absolutely right, all the way back to Gordon Banks, eh?
Honest to God, this guy's going to be immense.
Yes, he is immense. I mean, we could have been 2-0 down, right? And he gave the defence confidence that he's behind them, and if they screw up, he was there to mop it up, and he did twice, Paul. And I tell you what, he kept England on the level, and that's why we got a draw tonight.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
No problem, Paul.
Thank you very much
Let's
indeed.
talk to Dave, who's an Aston Villa fan. Dave, very good evening to you.
Hi, guys. You all right?
Yeah, very well.
Very
Thanks,
well indeed. Do you think that was a much more improved performance for England?
Very much so. Very much so. But as I said to your producers, I wanted to vent some anger. Danny Kelly today, before a ball even was kicked, condemned Gareth Southgate and his team.
Well, I heard Jim White earlier on in the week, right, saying basically that this was a dangerous thing to do because these young players might have their psyches damaged forever if they get slaughtered by Germany. Now, you know, these guys...
How dangerous did it look?
Well, it didn't look dangerous to me.
How dangerous was that game?
Well, do you know what I said earlier, and I think you would back me on this, that I believe that some of those senior players don't fancy the idea of being told what to do by Gareth Southgate because he's not Pep Guardiola, do you know what I mean? Whereas, with these young guys, they're happy to play for him, they play as a team, and they play an attacking formation, which was great.
Exactly. There was 15, 16 guys there wearing 3 lines on their shirt today, and they played.
And not only that, Dave, but...
on a friendly,
was
brilliant.
Yeah, and a lot of them have played with Gareth Southgate when he's been in charge of teams at lower than England's senior level, so they kind of they picked up with him. But the thing is, Dave, these lads tonight played without fear. You know, the fear of making a mistake is often what nullifies and stummifies a footballer, and that's why
Stummifies.
That's why he passes the ball sideways or passes it backwards instead of being adventurous. So these lads are not frightened.
Yeah. My only point was there's presenters on TalkSport. Danny Kelly with Goffey today at drive time. He absolutely condemned Southgate before a ball was kicked.
Well, the next time Danny's on the air, Dave, the next time Danny's on the air, he'll have to eat some humble pie, and he'll be. And in true TalkSport tradition, I'm sure we'll let you on to give him a going over.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We've got to stop condemning the team before a ball is kicked.
Yeah. Now,
Totally
the next question, Dave, is will Gareth Southgate now have the courage of his convictions and stick with this team? Because this is a much more promising team, to me, than anything I've seen under him and under his reign.
Honestly, I don't think he'll stick with that team, but I hope he integrates that team with senior players.
Yeah,
but I'll tell you...
Senior players learn from tonight and look at what the young lads have done tonight.
Yeah, but Dave, I'll tell you what will happen is Gareth Southgate now has ammunition, you know, in his magazine.
His arsenal.
Yeah, to be able to say to those players who pulled out for one reason or another, well, you know, whenever one of you disappears, it opens up an opportunity for somebody else. If the lad taking your place takes his opportunity, then I have an obligation to give him another chance.
Yeah, I think
and I hope he will stick with it.
I think it's great to be having these conversations after an England game. After all, against the world champions. Now, you say they weren't trying, but I would disagree with that. And also, that was a very strong German team. It wasn't in any way weakened by players who had dropped out. Let's talk to Peter, who's a Liverpool fan, up there on Merseyside. Peter, very good evening to you.
Hi, good evening, chaps.
Yeah, what do you think?
I mean, normally when I watch England, I think, oh my God, here we go again. There's going to be mistakes, sloppiness. There's not going to be any bravery. You know, tonight I was thoroughly impressed. I thought, it was 0-0. It wasn't a Liverpool-Man United type boring game. It was an open, expansive game where both teams tried to unpick each other.
Well, the thing that I liked, Peter, was the way that the England players, as Mike said, seemed fearless to go forward. Whereas we've seen before, in under Roy Hodgson and previously under Southgate, they seem to be frightened of getting the ball, don't they?
Yeah, they wore the lions on the chest tonight. He went out, he pumped the chest up. He said, "We're not afraid of making a mistake. We're going to take the game to the opposition." And this is what England have been lacking for a number of years. We seem to be afraid of being beaten.
Yeah.
And that beats us up before we even kick a ball.
Yeah. I mean, do you think Gareth Southgate's kind of accidentally stumbled upon something here and he should go with it?
I think it's something that's been developing over a number of years with players being injured when it suits them, players not having the bottle to actually make the mistakes and actually take the game forward. I think we may have stumbled on something great here.
Well, I think it's the irascibility of youth, Peter. You know what I mean? Your fear factor disappears. That's why the average age of a Spitfire pilot in the Second World War was 19, because you have no fear when you're young, and it's exactly the same for these lads. I'm not comparing Spitfire pilots to footballers for obvious reasons, but what I'm saying is they thought, right, I've got an opportunity here.
Well, also many of them didn't last much beyond the age of 21, so that's the other reason. Yeah,
but I mean, I'm not trying to compare the bravery of a Spitfire pilot with a footballer. All I'm saying is that biologically you're fearless when you're that age, and therefore if Gareth Southgate has